In this video, we're going to be trying out some cool concrete color combinations. I had some great success with the first one that I did there, so let's go ahead and just make another one. So what colors are we going to use in this one? Well, in this video, we're going to be using a similar mix from last time, which is a white sand and white cement mix, or mostly white. So the white cement component is purely white. The sand component I'm using is somewhat of a salt and pepper type sand, but it gives a primarily white mix, as you can see there. So that's going to be the base, but to that we're going to be adding two accent colors, one of which is going to be, when I open this, will be yellow, and the other one is going to be a very interesting bright blue color. Should make for some pretty compelling, interesting stuff here. I'm going to go for a little bit of a different technique for application, but ultimately I'm hoping for just a little bit of bleed through for those two colors to ultimately see some green happening here as well. I think it should be pretty interesting. Okay, so what we need to do first is make a slurry with our acrylic paints here. So we have some white cement component, no sand, just the cement, and a little bit of water, a little bit more water. So we want something kind of like a pancake batter consistency here, and I think we've achieved that. Okay, so now that we've split that slurry up, we're going to go ahead and add some color here. We can't overdo it because it will cause defects on the surface layer, like cracking and fissures if there's too much paint content, so you can't go overboard with it. Let's do 2 globs there. Call that Elvis's suit blue. That's what I'm naming that. Let's go ahead and get a little more blue in there. No disrespect to the king. Would it just be his blue suede shoes that I'm thinking of? Either way. Sorry, baby. Okay, I'm gonna call this one It's a Boy. Okay, so that's not bad. It's still pretty pastel, but again, I can't go too heavy with the paint component. I'm gonna go just a little bit more though, because I can. Who's gonna stop me? Okay, I like this a little better here. I think we've achieved a sky blue, and I will take it. Okay, and so now we have our white slurry, and we're going to add some yellow paint here. Again, start with 2 globs. Sorry for the imprecise measurements here, but such is the nature. Oh, that's a very powerful yellow. Oh my. Hopefully that wasn't too much paint, because it does appear to be very, very powerful. Look at that. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so everything's closed up. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to paint in my slurry layer, and I don't want to give that a lot of time to dry. I want to work quickly, get it in there, and then get my mix in on top of that. And then we're going to vibrate it to help remove some of the air bubbles, and voila, we'll be done. So when I paint in that slurry, it probably will end up drying a little bit because you don't want to go super thick. As I mentioned earlier, if you go too thick with a slurry layer, you could end up with cracking or fissures in the surface detail, and it's not something that you would want. So a light hand with the paint and even amounts as opposed to very thick amounts is what you want. If you go too thin and you notice it's drying out before you're even done, just touch it up with a little bit more wet slurry in that area, and then again get your wet mix on top of that, vibrate it, and then set it aside to cure. So that's what we're going to aim for. Let's get started. Okay. That's what our mix looks like there. I'm trying to drop it on evenly as opposed to putting it on and dragging those colors. I kind of just want to plop it straight down if I can, and I've pretty much got that here. Start the process of consolidating this mortar. So as you can see, we've raised a lot of air to the surface there that would have otherwise been on the finished edges of this piece. But along with that air, we've raised a good amount of water. So I'm going to add just a little bit more to this top layer, push it around a little bit. It's not perfect, but this is just for a color sample anyway, so it's perfect. Let's leave this set up for 24 hours at minimum. We'll demold it and see how that color turned out. So here we are back about 24 hours later. Might be a little bit early. Sometimes the latex slurry takes a little bit longer than the concrete itself would normally take to set up and solidify. I think it's going to be okay. I don't think I was too heavy-handed with it, but I mean, let's find out. That's interesting. It's like, reminds me of Easter. Weird. That's a weird one. I like it though. All right. Well, stick around, and I'm going to make a series of these. This is just one. I've got a couple of them done already. More to come.